Hey guys, tonight's homework is StudyLink 4.3 about adding and subtracting fractions. It's on page 89. The big key here, if you're having trouble, is getting common denominators, so the same number on bottom. So we have to look at number 1 at 3 and 6, and how could we combine those? They'd have to have the same number on bottom. It makes most sense to just make them both 6s. We can leave this one as a 6. To go from 3 to 6, I have to multiply by 2, so I also have to multiply the top number by 2 to keep those fractions even. Then I can just say 6 and 6 stays as 6. 2 plus 1 is 3, so 3 6. Notice that it does say to write our answers in simplest form, so we have to see if we can reduce 3 6. They're both divisible by 3, and when I do that, I get 1 over 2, or 1/2. Okay, for the second one here, fourths and sixteenths, we could just leave the sixteenths and change this one from fourths to sixteenths. So this is 5, multiply by 4 to get to here, so multiply by 4 here, and we get 12 plus 5. 12 plus 5 is 17 sixteenths, which we could rename as 1 and 1/16. So that would be my answer there. Moving on, 4 and 5, we can't just change one of these, we have to change both. So we think, what's the lowest number, or what's really any number that I could change both of these so that they be the same? We could change them both to 20 through multiplication. 4 times 5 is 20, so 9 times 5 would be 45, which at first you might think that's too big, but remember 9 over 4, 9 is more than double 4, so this should be more than double that. Then we're adding 2/5, 5 times 4 is 20, so 2 times 4 is 8. So when we add these together, 45 plus 8, we get 53 over 20. Okay, now here's where it gets a little bit, those are relatively big numbers. We know there's 2 20s in 53, so we're going to have 2 whole numbers. If we take out 40, that leaves us with 13 20ths left over. So that will be our answer there. So this is a little bit challenging tonight in that not only do we have to find the common denominators and then find the numerators that match and add them together, but we have to do some work with our answers to get them in simplest form, and then renaming answers as mixed numbers or whole numbers in that case. 9 and 9 are already done for you, so you just add those together, and that would be 6 over 9. They're both divisible by 3, so that would be 2/3. Okay, and going from there, 6 and 4, I could change those both to 24 by just multiplying them together. 6 times 4, so 1 times 4 is 4, 3 times 6 is 18. I add those together, and then you can finish it from there and reduce. This one I could just change 1. I could leave this as 12. I could multiply this side by 3 to get 12, so that would give us 5 and 9. Again, okay, so let's take it one step further. That would give us 14/12. You could reduce and rename that one, and I'll let you take that from there. 9 and 5, we could just multiply again those together and get 45 on the bottom. Let's see if you can figure that out from there. Here these are already fourths, so I can add them together and get 8 over 4. The key there is, what is 8 over 4? Reduce it and then rename it. 8 and 4, so again 7/8 can stay. We're subtracting now, important to notice. Multiplying by 2 here, so I'm going to multiply by 2 here. So I'm just doing 7 minus 4, so that would be 3/8, and that's actually our final answer because that's already simplified. With 3 and 5, I would want to change those to 15. I'm subtracting, I multiplied by 5, so I multiply by 5 here and get 25. Again, that makes sense because the bigger number is on top here too. Here I multiply by 3, so I multiply by 3 here and get 6. 25 minus 6 is 19 over 15, which I could rewrite as a mixed number, so we want to do that. As we get closer to the bottom here, 11 minus 7 is 4/12. That could be reduced. I could cut them both in half, then do it again, or just divide by 4. I'll let you try that. And then we could change both of these to tenths. Okay, and it's subtracting. This would stay as 3/10 times 2, so times 2, so 8 minus 3. You can figure out what to do from there with reducing. Here at the bottom, we could leave one as 24, change the other one to 24 by multiplying by 3. 15 times 3 is 45, so we've got 45 minus 3 will give us 42 over 24. I would start by reducing, and then you're going to have to rename as a mixed number there. And finally, 5 and 2, let's just make those both 10s. I'm subtracting. 5 times 2 gives me 10, so 3 times 2 gives me 6. 2 times 5, 1 times 5, 6 minus 5, that one's relatively easy. You can go from there. Also going to have you do the mental subtraction problems at the bottom. Let's see what strategies you come up with there. Good luck.